Good day, everyone. My name is Damia Adani, and today I would like to share something that many of us may not have thought about before, which is how cats can positively influence our physical, mental, and emotional well being. When people think about cats, the first things that usually come to mind are that they are playful, cute, independent, and maybe even a little mischievous. We see countless cat videos online because they make us laugh and brighten our day. But have you ever wondered if living with a cat can actually make us healthier? Can a simple purr reduce stress? Can owning a cat benefit our heart? Can these furry companions help people who feel lonely or anxious? Surprisingly, researchers around the world have been asking the same questions, and many studies suggest that cats have a positive impact on our well being. So, today we'll explore the science behind these benefits and discover why adopting a cat isn't only life changing for the cat, but it can also be life changing for us. Before we begin talking about the health benefits, let's first understand why this topic has become an area of scientific research. Cats are among the most popular companion animals in the world. Millions of families choose to keep cats because they are affectionate, adaptable, and can fit into many different lifestyles. As more people began forming close bonds with their pets, researchers became curious. They started asking questions such as, can pets improve our health? Why do people say that they feel happier around animals? Is there a scientific evidence behind these experiences? Over the years, researchers from universities, hospitals, and health organizations have conducted studies to better understand how pets affect our well being. While cats are certainly not a replacement for doctors, medicine, or professional treatment, research suggests they may provide meaningful support for both our physical and emotional health. So today, we'll look at what science has discovered and why these findings matter. Let me ask everyone a question. How many of you have ever come home after a long day feeling completely exhausted? Maybe school assignments were piling up, maybe work was stressful, or perhaps you simply felt overwhelmed. Now, imagine opening a door, and before you've even had a chance to sit down, your cat walks over, rubs against your legs, curls up beside you, and begins to purr. It may seem like a small moment, but moments like these can have a surprisingly powerful effect to our bodies. When we are stressed, our bodies produce a hormone called cortisol. One study even found that just 10 minutes of interacting with a cat or a dog was associated with lower levels of cortisol, which is the body's main stress hormone. Think about that for a moment. Only 10 minutes. That is less time than scrolling through social media. Sometimes, simply sitting quietly with a cat can provide a moment of calm in an otherwise busy day. Of course, cats can't remove every problem in our lives. Homework still exists, exams will still happen, but they offer us, but they can offer us something incredibly valuable, which is a chance to slow down, relax, and breathe. Stress and anxiety are related, but they are not exactly the same. Stress is usually caused by a particular situation, while anxiety often involves persistent feelings of worry or nervousness. Many cat owners say that they feel calmer after spending time with their cats. Interestingly, science may help explain why. Positive interaction with animals are linked to the release of a hormone called oxytocin. Oxytocin is often referred to as the bonding hormone because it helps strengthen feelings of trust, comfort, and connection. When we stroke a cat, hear it purr, or simply enjoy its company, our bodies may release more oxytocin while reducing stress hormones. This doesn't mean cats can cure anxiety disorders. However, they may provide emotional comfort that helps people cope with difficult days. Think about someone living alone, or a university student who has moved away from home, or even someone who has had a very bad day. Having a cat at home can create a sense of comfort and routine, and that is something many people deeply appreciate. Cats may not speak our language, but in their own quiet way, they often remind us that we are not alone. Now, I'd like everyone to think about this question. What makes a companion truly meaningful? Is it someone who talks all the time? Or is it someone who simply stays beside you when you need them the most? Cats may not give advice. They won't solve our problems, but their presence alone can make difficult moments feel a little easier. For many people, especially older adults or individuals living alone, a cat becomes an important source of companionship. Knowing that another living being depends on you creates a sense of purpose. Every morning, there is a reason to wake up. There's breakfast to prepare, there is playtime, there is grooming, there is someone waiting for you when you return home. That routine can have a positive impact on emotional well being. Many therapy programs around the world even include animals because they help create feelings of comfort and reduce loneliness. A cat doesn't judge us, it doesn't care whether we had a bad day. It simply offers companionship. Sometimes that is exactly what a person needs. As the saying goes, sometimes the smallest friend leaves the biggest paw prints in our hearts. Now let's look at something that surprises many people, which is our physical health. You might wonder, can owning a cat actually benefit the heart? Several studies suggest there may be a connection. Researchers have found that cat owners often have lower stress levels and, in some situations, lower blood pressure. When we are calmer, our hearts don't have to work as hard. Lower stress can reduce strain on the cardiovascular system over time. One well-known long-term study even reported that people who had owned cats were associated with a lower risk of dying from a heart attack compared to people who had never owned one. It is important to remember that this doesn't prove cats directly prevent heart disease. Many factors influence heart health, including diet, exercise, sleep, and genetics. However, the findings suggest that the companionship and stress reduction associated with cat ownership may contribute to a healthier lifestyle. In other words, taking care of a cat may also encourage us to take better care of ourselves. And I think that is a beautiful reminder that the relationship between humans and cats benefits both sides. So far, we have explored how cats may support our mental, emotional, and heart health. But did you know that researchers are also studying whether living with a cat could benefit our brains as we age? At first, this might sound surprising. After all, how can a small furry companion influence something as complex as brain health? The answer lies in the everyday experiences that come with caring for a pet. Owning a cat naturally creates a daily routine because every day we remember to feed them, refresh their water, clean their litter box, and spend time playing or interacting with them. These regular activities encourage us to stay organized and mentally engaged. For older adults especially, maintaining a consistent routine can be an important part of healthy aging. Looking for a cat also provides a gentle cognitive stimulation. Simple tasks such as remembering feeding times, observing changes in a cat's behavior, or learning new ways to care for them help keep the mind active. In recent years, researchers have begun exploring the relationship between pet ownership and cognitive health. Some studies suggest that older adults who own pets, including cats, may experience a slower decline in certain thinking and memory skills compared to those who don't own pets. Although scientists are still investigating this area, these early findings are encouraging and highlight another possible benefit of the human-animal bond. Of course, owning a cat is not a treatment for memory loss or dementia. However, by encouraging routine, responsibility, and regular mental engagement, cats may contribute to a lifestyle that supports healthy brain function as we grow older. It is another reminder that the small moments we share with our pets can have a meaningful impact on our overall well-being. Now that we have talked about stress, anxiety, heart health, and brain health, let's move on to something that all of us need: sleep. Have you ever noticed how peaceful a sleeping cat looks? Cats can sleep for around 12 to 16 hours a day, and somehow just watching them nap can make us feel relaxed too. For many cat owners, their pet becomes part of their bedtime routine. Whether it's curling up beside them or simply being nearby, a cat can create a comforting sense of security. In fact, a study from the Mayo Clinic found that many pet owners reported sleeping better because of their pets. Of course, Every cat has its own personality. Some may happily sleep through the night, while others may decide that 3 a.m. is the perfect time to zoom around the house. So, while cats don't improve everyone's sleep, many owners say their presence helps them feel calmer and more relaxed before bed. Sometimes it is not about sleeping longer, it is about sleeping with greater peace of mind. Now, I would like to share one of my favorite facts about cats. Have you ever wondered why cats purr? People think that cats only purr when they are happy, but that is actually not always true. Cats may also purr when they are frightened, injured, giving birth, or recovering from illness. So, why do they do it? Scientists are still trying to fully understand this fascinating behavior. A cat's purr usually vibrates between 25 and 150 Hz. Researchers believe that frequencies within this range may help promote relaxation, reduce stress, and could even support healing in certain situations, although more research is still needed before drawing a firm conclusion. Whether or not the purr itself has healing properties, one thing is clear. The sound of a cat purring often makes people feel calm, comforted, and safe. It is amazing to think that something so simple could have a powerful emotional effect. The benefit of cats aren't limited to adults. Children can also learn valuable life lessons by growing up with pets. Looking after a cat teaches responsibility. Children learn that another living being depends on them for food, water, grooming, and care. Over time, they also develop empathy. They begin to understand that animals have feelings, needs, and emotions, just like people. These experiences encourage kindness, patience, and compassion, qualities that remain important throughout life. Of course, parents should always supervise young children when interacting with pets to ensure both the child and the cat stay safe and comfortable. When treated with love and respect, cats can become wonderful companions and teachers. As we grow older, maintaining good emotional well-being becomes just as important as maintaining physical health. Many older adults experience loneliness, especially after retirement or when family members live far away. This is when companion animals can make a meaningful difference. Having a cat provides daily companionship and encourages routine. There is always a reason to wake up, prepare breakfast, clean the litter box, or spend a few quiet moments together. These simple routines create structure and purpose. Some studies also suggested that pet ownership may support healthy aging and even maintain certain aspects of cognitive function. For many older adults, a cat is much more than a pet. It is a loyal friend who brings comfort every single day. By now, we have seen that cats can support our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. But perhaps one of the greatest gifts is something much simpler. They give us a reason to care. Owning a cat encourages responsibility and routine. Every day, we feed them, we refill their water, we clean their space, we make time to play, and in return, many owners say these routines also help organize their own lives. Caring for another living being reminds us to slow down and appreciate small moments. In today's busy world, that is something many of us need. Cats may not realize it, but sometimes they teach us just as much as we teach them. After hearing about all these wonderful benefits, it is important to remember one thing. The relationship between humans and cats is a two-way commitment. Cats bring us comfort, companionship, and happiness. In return, they depend on us for love and proper care. Responsible cat ownership means providing nutritious food, fresh water, regular veterinary checkups, vaccinations, grooming, a clean environment, and opportunities to play and exercise. It also means understanding that adopting a cat is a long-term commitment, not a short-term decision. Healthy cats are more likely to live long, happy lives, and in return, they continue enriching ours. So while we often say that cats improve our well-being, it's equally true that our care improves theirs. As we come to the end of today's session, let's take a moment to reflect on what we have learned. We have discovered that cats may help reduce stress, improve our mood, provide emotional support, and even contribute to better heart health. But perhaps the most important lesson isn't found in a statistic. It is found in the relationship we build with them. When people hear about the word adoption, they often think about giving a homeless cat a second chance. And that is absolutely true. But today, we have also seen another side of the story. When we welcome a cat into our lives, we may also be giving ourselves the opportunity to experience greater companionship, comfort, and well being. In many ways, adoption changes two lives. The cat finds a loving home, and we gain a loyal friend who asks for very little but gives so much in return. At Cat Beach Sanctuary, every rescued cat has the potential to become someone's source of comfort, joy, and hope. So, if you or someone you know is thinking about adopting a pet, I encourage you to consider giving a rescued cat a chance. You might think you are saving a cat, but one day you may realize that the cat has quietly changed your life as well. Before I conclude, I would like to acknowledge the reliable sources that were used in preparing this session for today. The information shared today is based on research from reputable health organizations, scientific journals, and veterinary experts. These sources helped ensure that the content presented is accurate, balanced, and supported by current evidence. And today's session is prepared by me, Damia Adani, for RASMA 2026 Roots and Shoots Volunteer Leadership Program on behalf of Cat Beach Sanctuary 2026. Lastly, thank you for all of you for your time, attention, and interest today. I hope today's presentation has not only helped you learn about the health benefits of having cats, but has also inspired you to appreciate and care more for them. Thank you once again, and I hope you have a wonderful day.